Adam Shapiro is standing by right now in New York City with a special guest. Adam, over to you.
Good morning, Maria. Yes, Hillary Clinton at 9:30 will be speaking here at the Times Center as part of the Glassdoor event to talk about pay inequality, the pay gap between men and women. And joining me is one of the people who will be on the panel with Mrs. Clinton, Megan Rapinoe. You know her from U.S. Soccer and the issue that has become a major headline in the past couple of days because of the complaint that the women's soccer team is paid less than the men, even though the women raise more in revenue for U.S. Soccer. What's going to happen next? Because there's this threat of a potential boycott of the Olympics.
Yeah, I think for us, it came in a series of events. This didn't just happen in a vacuum. We want to bring light to this issue, not only for us and for the inequality that we face, but just as a paradigm shift for women's football, women's sports, and ultimately women in general.
When this was first announced at the end of March, I heard people on our network talking about the fact that men's soccer brings in more revenue. There was the argument we talked about earlier that the men negotiated a better contract. Is there a simple response to that?
No, I think it's a lot deeper than that. I think there's going to be years where we generate more revenue than they did, as in the last year, and there's going to be years where they generate more revenue than we do, and that's okay. In terms of negotiation, it's a little difficult when you're negotiating from an unfair playing field, and I think that's where we did our negotiation from, kind of under the ceiling. So we're looking to break that and actually get into a fair negotiation with the Federation.
Are you surprised that I'm actually having a discussion with you about pay inequality? I think it was 20 years ago, the women's soccer, became such a popular sport in the United States, and here we are 20 years later after what we saw in the 1990s. It was Mia Hamm, actually,
yep.
That this issue still exists.
In a way, yeah. I think you can look at the landscape of the country and the world at large and know that there's still very much an issue with women's equity and women's equality. Hopefully we're moving forward in this country in a way that can be a beacon for the rest of the world.
But I have to ask one last question. Why do you think Hillary Clinton will change it if after 20 years nothing has changed?
I think she's working towards that. Obviously, to be a woman in this man's world of politics and to be able to fight her way to the top, I think that's one of the issues she's bringing with her.
Megan Rapinoe, thank you very much for joining us. Maria, back to you.